Today is the 30th of November, 2011. We're at the New York State Military Museum in Saratoga Springs, New York. My name is Wayne Clark. Sir, for the record, would you please state your full name and your date and place of birth, please?
George Francis Crowley. I was born in Norwood, Massachusetts on March 11th, 1944.
And did you attend school there?
Yes.
And did you graduate from high school?
No, I finished 10th grade.
Okay. And at that point, did you go to work or did you enter the service?
I went right in the Marine Corps.
All right. And why did you pick the Marine Corps?
Probably because my father was a Marine.
Ah, okay. That's a good reason. Mm-hmm. And where did you go for your basic training?
Paris Island, South Carolina.
And was that your first time away from home?
Yeah.
Was that a shock to be down there?
Yeah.
And how long was your basic training for?
13 weeks.
Was it pretty tough?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming it was an infantry type basic training. You learned all about.
Oh, not Paris Island. Paris Island is just drilling and
Okay.
Marine Corps history. After you graduate from Paris Island, then you go to North Carolina for a month of infantry training.
Oh, I see. And what type of weapon did you train with?
Everything.
Okay. Did you have the M1 Garand then, or?
Yeah, M1, yeah.
Okay.
A few years later, 3 years later, we got the M14.
Okay. All right. And what other weapons? Did you train with the 45?
Yep.
Any kind of like anti-tank weapons, like
Well,
like a law
like
rocket?
a bazooka, well, that's what the Army called them, bazookas. In the Marine Corps, it's a 3.5
Okay.
rocket launcher. That's a
Mm-hmm.
bazooka. Flamethrower. Grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they had.
All right. And once you completed that training, where did you go next?
Then I went to school. I went to Steward School.
And do you want to explain to us what that is?
Well, anybody that's been in the Navy knows that aboard ship, or well, even at the naval bases, all cooks, stewards and cooks are either black or Filipinos.
Really?
Yeah. Well, in the early, I think in the very, very late 50s, early 60s, the Marine Corps started training white guys as stewards. I was one of the first white stewards.
Now, did you pick that or did they pick that for you?
They picked that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because in boot camp, you take, you fill out questionnaires, and they decide what you're best suited for.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you were a cook in civilian life, your chances are they're going to make you a cook in the military.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a truck driver in civilian life, you're going to wind up a truck driver in the service. And I had a lot of hotel work, cook work, hotel work
Oh, I see.
in my background. So that's what they gave me.
Mm-hmm. Now, what was the training like? What did they teach you to do?
In steward school?
Yeah.
Well, there was three aspects of it. There was cook school. The training was, I think, 9 months long.
Really?
Yeah. It was cook school. Learn how to cook, bake, meat cut, everything to do with kitchen preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was the dining room training, how to work in the dining room. And rooms, taking care of rooms, officers' rooms.
So, let me get this straight. The officers, they didn't take care of their own rooms?
No.
It was all done by enlisted personnel?
Yeah, right. That's right.
Okay. Now, it says you were chief steward in the officers' mess.
Yeah.
What did your job entail? What actually did you do? Did you oversee people below you, or?
No, there was nobody below me.
Okay,
I was at the bottom.
okay. Now, did you have to serve them or clean up after them, or
Well, I could have a choice of where what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like the kitchens, and I didn't like dining rooms, so I stayed out in the rooms, cleaned their rooms.
Oh, okay.
But then after I had a couple of years in the service, I didn't work for lieutenants or captains, majors. I only worked for field grade officers, which is lieutenant colonels and above.
Okay. And what were their quarters like?
It was, in most cases, they lived in the BOQ,
Mm-hmm.
Bachelor Officers' Quarters. And their rooms were just like, they were, most of the time, 2 to a room.
Oh, 2 to a room.
2 to a room. And it was just like a small hotel room
Uh-huh.
with a shower, bathroom, and a shower.
And you'd have to go in every day?
Every day you have to go in there and you'd have to pick up their laundry and clean the room and clean the bathroom.
Make their beds?
Make their beds.
Did you ever have any problems with any of them? Any complaints, or?
No. No, these were all pretty nice guys. They were all pilots too.
Oh, okay.
I was in the 2nd Marine Air Wing at Cherry Point, North Carolina.
So pilots are a different breed of officer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not like your grunts.
Right.
You know, the big macho grunts. These
Yep.
are just, you know, these are nice guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what was it like at Cherry Point? What did you do on your days off?
Just hung around the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, went up to Main Side, went to a movie. I went to the bars up there, Main Side.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stay there very much, because I was in what do they call it? Fleet Marines.
Mm-hmm.
So every time a jet squadron or a helicopter squadron went somewhere, I always went with them.
Oh. Now, whereabouts did you go?
All over the Caribbean. 6 months in the Mediterranean. And just out for carrier qualifications.
So you were,
10 days out, 10 days back.
you spent a lot of time out on the ships,
I probably spent as much time on ships as I did on land.
and your job remained the same, just
Yeah.
take care of their rooms. And
Yeah.
now, how many officers did you have assigned to you?
Oh, probably in a squadron. Maybe 20. Not
Yeah.
just to me, though. There may be 20 in the squadron, but I'd be cleaning, I'd take care of some.
Uh-huh.
And in the, I'd have some Filipino help.
Okay. How long did it take you in the course of a day to do your job? I mean, could you get it all done in the morning?
As fast or as soon as I wanted to.
And then you had the rest of the day to yourself?
Well, they'd find that. They'd always find something for you to do.
Yeah. Now, what rank were you with
PFC,
PFC the whole?
the whole time.
All right. Now, you were until 1966.
Yeah,
And Vietnam was starting to heat up then.
yeah.
Was there any worry or thought that you might end up over there, or
No.
no? And,
I had hardly heard about Vietnam
Mhm.
when I was in there. I didn't even know where it was.
Okay. Now, you got out in '66 because your enlistment was up.
Well, you can see there I did more time, more
Yeah.
than 4 years, because when President Kennedy was killed,
Okay.
all Marines were automatically extended 6 months.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I did 4.5 years. Then I had a couple of months there of bad time. Like
Okay.
being over the hill,
Coming back late off
being
the
naughty.
Okay.
So I had to make that time up.
Okay.
So I was in there, I think, 4 years and 10 months, maybe, 9
Okay.
months.
Did you have a car at all when
No.
you were in?
No, never had a car, no.
So you had to rely on either buses or
Yeah.
hitchhiking?
Bus.
Bus. All right. And when you got out in 1966, did you make use of the GI Bill at all?
No.
No. Did you sign up for unemployment at all for a while?
No.
Just went.
I got out, when I got out of the Marine, well, just before I got out, I had gotten married in Puerto Rico.
Okay. Now, where did you meet your wife?
In Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Okay. You were stationed down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been down there many times with the squadrons.
Okay.
So, when I got out, I went straight to New York City.
Mm-hmm.
That's where her aunt and uncle was. So she was waiting for me there. So I got out and I went right there. And I was working less than a week after I got out. So I had no rest.
What kind of work did you do?
I was installing burglar alarms in the Furrier district.
Even way back then?
Yeah. And I did that for like 8 years, 8 or 9 years. And then I started driving a bus for New York City Transit Authority
Oh.
for 26 years.
And you retired?
I retired, yeah.
And how did you end up in this neck of the woods?
Oh, it's a long story.
Okay.
A friend of mine that I worked with, he had a house up here in St. Johnsville.
Uh-huh.
And he moved, he was still working. He was still working with me, but he bought a house up here and was fixing it up until he retired. And he lived next door to his cousin. And that's why he was up here.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while, I'd come up and visit him. And I like to look the town over. He showed me the town. He showed me houses for sale. And then my father was already dead. And then my mother died.
Mm.
So me and my brothers and sisters, we, split the estate up. And, I got a big bunch of money. And I just felt it was time to retire. So
Mm-hmm.
I retired and bought a house up here.
Now, is your wife still with you?
Yeah.
And
Well, no, that wife, the first wife that I got married to, no, she's long gone. But I'm with my second wife now. That's,
Okay.
I've been with her for 22 years now.
Now, your second wife, is she from down there too?
She's from the city, yeah.
Okay. What does she think of the country life?
No, she likes it. Yeah, she likes it. She wouldn't go back.
No?
She wouldn't go back to the city.
Okay. And you have children?
I have 4.
4?
I had 3 with my other wife.
Uh-huh.
They're all grown up. They're all, they have kids of their own.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a 20-year-old daughter at home now.
Oh,
She's in college now, Herkimer College.
okay. And did you maintain any contact with people you were in the service with?
No. I was out of the, it was funny, I was out of the service maybe for 10 years. And like 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a telephone call. And it's one guy that lived out in Alameda, California.
It wasn't an officer needing his room cleaned, was it?
No, no, I know this guy. Matter of fact, you remember the movie The Millionaire?
I remember the
Before your
TV
time.
show.
Well, this guy's name was John B. Anthony.
Okay.
That was the name of the millionaire on the program. It was giving away
Okay.
$1 million. Well, that's what this guy's name was, John B. Anthony. And he called me up and he says, "You know who this is?" I said, "No, I don't know who this is." And we started talking. And he said we'd stay in touch, but that was the last person I ever heard from.
Huh.
Of all the people that I knew. Never been, and I met hundreds of people from New York City.
Yeah. I would have thought you'd run into somebody driving a bus down there.
No, I always, wanted to.
Yeah.
Never, I don't want.
Now, did you join any veterans groups like VFW or not VFW, but the
No, I
Legion
just
and-
couldn't see sitting around with a bunch of old people telling war stories. It wasn't for me.
All right. Now, how do you think your time in the service changed or affected your life?
It probably kept me out of jail,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
I enjoyed every minute of it.
Mhm.
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
'Cause I was always on the move. I was never in one place too long.
All right.
I lived on my seabed. I liked that.
Any incidents or any other tales you want to tell us? Did you meet any celebrities or
Celebrities.
see any USO shows
No.
out on the ships or
Yeah.
no?
There's many stories, but I don't want to
Okay.
go into them now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your interview.
Okay, thank you.